In a world where loneliness, screen time, and disconnection are on the rise, teaching kids how to build healthy relationships matters more than ever. Let's hear directly from Natalia Pallas, a licensed Daybreak clinician and clinical supervisor, as she shares simple, practical ways adults can model connection, communication, and emotional wellness.
We be kind, right? Being kind to others shows children how to be empathic, considerate, right? And as parents, we're always modeling for our children. We have respect towards ourselves, the way we treat ourselves, but respect towards the way we treat our neighbors, with our opinions, with our choices, with the boundaries that we set. This is going to model for our children how to advocate for themselves. In a healthy relationship, we feel like we can trust others, that we can be honest, that, it's not going to backfire, hopefully. Having a trusting and honest relationship is going to help our children know that they can depend on us. Also, it's going to teach them how to connect in a deeper level with other people. It should feel comfortable. Our relationship with our spouse, with our friends, with our colleagues, should feel, comfortable, where we're free to express themselves without fear of judgment or rejection. It should feel safe. When we have a healthy relationship, we feel happy, we feel valued, and we're able to resolve conflicts peacefully and respectfully. So think about you and your spouse, your partner. Think about you and your siblings. How do you resolve conflict? Because the way you resolve conflict is modeling for our children how to do it. And this is really important. Because if we're yelling in our household, then maybe our kids are gonna be yelling at school to their peers. I love the honesty too in the parenting in the chat right here, that sometimes we do yell as parents. I actually, just to normalize this, how many of you have raised your voice to your kids? I want some thumbs up if that has happened. Not because we're saying like, woohoo, yeah, we raise our voices all the time, but just because we're being honest that it happens. That at times we have raised our voice to our kids. Why? Because we're human. Because sometimes we have no patience. Sometimes we had a really rough day at work, and then we got home and we took it off on our kids or on the dog or on our spouse or someone. We were short-tempered that day because you and I are human, right? We strive to do the best we can. I think we fall short often, but that's part of being human, right? So with little ones, for example, two friends want the same toy. Instead of you trying to just fix it for them, encourage them to say, hey, I feel sad when I don't have a turn. How do you communicate your emotion? How do you teach the older kids to navigate disagreements? How did that make you feel? How did that make you feel? And what would be a better way to handle that? Tomorrow's another day, right? With teenagers specifically, you're not gonna solve it for them. You're gonna try to help them think critically about what they can do to fix an issue, right? You're not gonna tell them what they should do. You're gonna tell them, hey, what was a better way to handle that? You want an answer, right? We never praise our children for the itty-bitty little things that they're doing right. When was the last time you praised your teenager? Because I assure you that during the day they did something right. Maybe they got up by themselves. Maybe they got ready by themselves. Maybe you haven't had to check their homework because they actually do it. Maybe, I don't know. What did your kid do today that was okay? Okay is good enough. What did your child do today that deserves some praise? Hey, you've been so respectful today. You know what? I love the way you helped your little sister or your little brother. I love that you helped me with the dishes today. Hey, thank you so much for making yourself a meal. I love how responsible you are. You never leave the stove on. You never leave whatever it is. What did your kid do today that deserves some positive reinforcement?
If you'd like more support like this, Daybreak offers resources and confidential teletherapy for students ages 5 to 19, designed to support emotional wellness, healthy relationships, and overall well-being. You can visit our website to learn more or request care.